Hello, so I've just used Arcade to create this cool chill track. So take a quick listen to this. There's a lot more to that. You can hear the majority of the song at the end of the video, but basically what I'm here to do is to show you how you can quickly create a full track, in this case a kind of chill jazzy type track, using Arcade for the majority of the instruments. And this is completely royalty free. You can use this without feeling worried that you're stealing samples or anything like that. You're absolutely not. You've got licenses to create using these samples, and you can tweak and modify the samples. We're going to show you that in the video as well. So I really hope you like my process. There's lots of different ways you can use Arcade, but this is my process and I hope you gain something from it. If you've got any questions at all, please go into those comments, ask me straight away, because I'll be very happy to help. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is open Arcade. I've got nothing else open on this laptop at the moment. Going to go into the lines folder. Then we're going to just have a search through certain types of sounds that we like. I'm a big fan of poolside, so I'm just going to go to the line page for poolside here, and I'm going to click on this device. So these are samples that I've preloaded, so don't have to sit here waiting for everything to download on the internet. The next thing I'm going to do is Audition. What I'm looking for is a nice groove, something pretty steady. So just keep auditioning. So this one here has a pretty steady, nice sound, so I'm going to use this one here. It's called Final Stretch. So I've just double clicked on the line and you can hear here all of the samples. So you've got them all literally going like that. Right, so let's go into MIDI, and I'm going to just select a section like that. I'm going to right click, empty MIDI clip. Then I'm going to go in and select the bits that I need. So just by double clicking on the white keys, that is. And let's just keep doing that. So we're just going to stick with that kick sound. So let's just give that a go by just pressing play here. And there was a few other sounds, so we're just going to take them all and stretch them all out. In fact, we're just going to click legato just to get them all stretched out like that. Now, this is going to be a bit of a CPU killer. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide some of the MIDI notes and just go with one at a time. Kind of like that bass, so I'm going to keep that there, press 0, and I'm going to select the next note. So that one there I'm not sure I like that much. That's not too bad as a shaker. That's not too bad. Click sounds pretty cool. And the kick, let's just hear how they all sound together. Okay, so basically conceptually I like all of those sounds and I like that first bass sound. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these out. I'm going to spread these out into different tracks by just duplicating them. What I've done now is I managed to get them all into their own separate tracks, and they're sounding super cool like this. So once I removed all the effects, this is how it sounds. It's a pretty nice pristine sound there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select everything. I'm going to press Ctrl G and put them in a group. I'm going to call this group Originals. There's a reason I'm going to do this, because I don't want to lose the arcade sounds, particularly if we just go into one of the sounds like the bass sound. We know that the whole song is going to be in A minor. So the reason I don't want to lose it is because we may need to change key somewhere in the chord, but I'm going to duplicate that group, everything in that group, and then I'm going to unselect the first original group because that's just there as a placeholder now. I'm going to select everything that we've copied. I'm going to freeze and flatten all of the tracks. So now, as you can see, I'm just going to press the plus button on all of the tracks. They are all now samples. And this is going to be the basis, the backbone of the new song. So the next steps here are just literally to come up with a melody. That can be either using a guitar or a keyboard, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a vocal melody, because that's how I like to create. I like to have this backing and then a vocal on top of the backing. So I've just done a few tweaks to the mix. I've taken out the clicks track and a couple of tracks and a couple of bits and pieces. I've added the shaker element from Arcade, you can see there. I've added a bit of EQ to every track. The guitar track is also there, and you can see here I recorded some vocals. So this is how it sounds without the vocal. Then we bring in a synth here. Once again, all from Arcade. So it sounds pretty cool, and so what I did is I added a reference vocal. So this is my idea for the vocal. Do you feel like home? I'm gonna love you. Do you feel alone? I'm gonna love you. You're so far away today. Take you on a ride. Take it in your stride. Okay, so that's what I've done so far, and it's just the beginning of building the track out. Okay, so a few minutes later, I extended the arrangement. As you can see, I've spread it all out and I've recorded more vocals. So we'll just listen to a little bit extra here. Also, sorry, I also recorded using Scalar. I added some chords and I added some arpeggio here. So let's just go from this point here. This is the new section. Fading into gray. You can hear that arpeggiated sound. So it's not all Arcade, there are other instruments. Whispers in the dark, forever fall apart, 'cause I'm lost in the moment. This is the guitar. Love in waves. Love in waves. Okay, so I've got all of that done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and find a vocalist who can replace my vocals and can sing it obviously a lot better than me. Right, so eventually I found the vocalist to sing the song. She's come up with a few nice tracks. So let's just hear how her vocals sound. I've just taken my vocals out. So basically that's it. I've got this kind of really cool chill song. It's all mine. I've got rights to all of these samples, and I created a nice little vocal layer on top of it, which I got a excellent vocalist to sing instead of me. And basically here we go. We've got a completed song. So that's it. Arcade is such a flexible tool. So why don't you guys check it out, because I think it's fantastic.